Morning, everybody. New to you homes. Before you buy a home, you need a home inspection more than likely, and there's a lot of home inspectors out there, so do your homework. Make sure you're getting somebody that's looking at everything that you're buying. Also, know where you're buying your home, because where you buy your home depends on who can work on your house. A lot of bigger cities and towns require licenses in order to have things done up to code and appropriately and what have you. This was something that came up recently. Somebody was asking questions. So if you have a home inspector and they inspect your home and there's knob and tube wiring, for anybody that doesn't know it, is a very outdated form of running electrical in your home. So you're going to have, two conductors. You're going to have a hot and a neutral that are going through these knobs, and then basically you have tubes that are going through your 2x4s as well. So you have these tubes that go through your framing. So that's why it's knob and tube wiring. But it's usually cloth covered and it's very brittle, so it's a fire hazard. So your insurance rates are going to be through the roof to cover this, if you can get anybody to cover it. So the process for getting this remediated, you need to have a licensed electrician remove this stuff in order to get your rates to go down. So usually your electrician will remove this, sign off on it. They'll have an inspector from the authority having jurisdiction, which is probably the city or the town, come out and inspect this. If you're not in a city that has its own inspectors, then you'll have a outside inspection company come. Usually the electrician will provide you with that. That could be, a couple $100 to have it inspected at the most. But you may spend a lot of money to remove this knob and tube wiring, because it could be in your walls, it could be in your attic. Now, usually anything that's visible should be removed, but that's hard to say. That's a lot of liability on your contractor and the inspector if they don't know if there's knob and tube wiring in the home. If there's not visibly new Romex, non-metallic wiring in your home, you're asking for them to sign off on that, and they're not going to want to do that. It could be days of labor or it could be weeks of labor to remove and replace all this knob and tube electrical that's in your home up to the existing code. Now, mind you, if we touch it, if the contractor, the electrician touches the electrical, then they own it. So if you do have knob and tube and they touch it, legally speaking, they should remove and replace any of that that's in your home. Now we have these arc fault breakers. So at that point, then you're updating anything that he touches, the arc fault breakers. So it can be an involved process to get something up to code, inspected, and then your insurance company will lower your rates. But mind you, we're not changing light bulbs. It's quite involved. Have a good day. Please like and subscribe.